Alright, so I've got my decals in, and lo and behold, I discover that I have forgotten to do quite a lot of things with this back box before I can go applying the decals. Decals are the finishing touch, last thing that you're going to do to a cabinet or back box to make it complete. And myself forgot that, hey, you know what? I don't have any of my screw holes or anything for the hardware that's going to have to be connected to this back box in order for it to be able to be a back box. And I then found out that I made portions to connect sides of the back box together that don't even need to be there. I completely forgot that there's a metal shielding that goes right here. That metal shielding is pretty much the entire width of the back box. So with these being in here, the metal plate was not able to actually slide in place. So luckily I didn't nail and screw those in, otherwise that'd be a pain in the ass. I did that. So, and then whenever I was drilling the holes for the side here, I was about 1/16 of an inch off. So I've got that patched, and I got to sand that flat now. But the screw holes, everything is where it needs to be now. I've mounted all the hardware in here and connected the back box, all the stuff up to make sure that everything was going to be fitting in here, and we should be good now. So I've taken everything back out. Now I've got to go back to doing the portions of, sanding and then, painting and stuff like that, just to get things just to look a little bit nicer. And then we can hopefully then move on to getting everything back in there and getting the decals on. We should be good to go. Got the patchwork and everything done. Got it all cleaned up. And now we're going to be installing all of the items that were in here before. Alright, got to the point where I've got everything back in there. Grounding strap is where it needs to be, so now it's just a matter of using my staple gun to make sure everything is in. What is my PSI set to? Alright, cranked it up a little bit. Let's try it again. There we go. Alright, and then we'll just continue that trend. Yep. Get it all done down here, and then we'll move on. Alright. Got one side on. Just need to take the X-Acto knife now and find the holes for there's one right there. I'll take the X-Acto to cut out a hole there. And there should be one about 3 inches over here. Yep, those two holes, and there'll be two more up here. Cut those out, put the bolts through, and I'll be able to start working on these two things. Yay! We are outside working with the light panel. Now I've already got all the metal and all the boards removed. Next process is for me to remove everything else. Now I'm gonna have to repair this right here. I'm thinking that these bulb sockets are gonna be okay. I mean, it's obviously we've got water damage due to this all being swelled up. That's why I'm even removing all this, because I'm going to repair this. And I'm just hoping that these aren't so rusted up to where they don't have a good connection at all, to where they don't work. Otherwise I'm gonna have to get some new bulb sockets put in place. But this one definitely needs to be repaired for it to even work, have a chance to work. So now I'm basically gonna take a lot of pictures, and I'll be able to remove all these out, and I'll probably just be able to just remove it where it stands, and then just drag it over onto something else, like a piece of cardboard or whatever. And once I get it all nice and cleaned and repainted and everything, then I should be able to just drag it back over and then just staple down where it used to be. I think I got enough staples for it. Got the wiring harness removed. I've gone through and pulled up every staple at least by one end. So this should all be pretty loose. Now I'm going to get the remaining staples out by pulling all of them out, and then this should just slide right on off. Alright, got this first strand of the GI completely removed all the staples. So these should all come up with ease. Like so. And then I can just pick this up, move it over, and then start working on the next strand. In case anybody needs a visual on how I go about pulling these things out, essentially you just grab right here and then just roll the pliers over. And then it comes right out just like that. And here we have it. All clear. Ready for sanding. Let's see if we can make this thing look new again. Got the light panel drying. While I'm working on that, I'm now going to be working on the display portion, and gotta get all this basically taken apart, get everything all cleaned up and put back together again. Probably even, I'll try cleaning this to see how well it cleans up. I doubt it will, so I'll end up having to paint it again. Shut up. And we'll see how it goes from there. Alright, beginning the reassembly process. I've gotten all the metal back on here. I didn't do like a really badass polishing on this type of job. I basically just kind of cleaned off all the rough and rusted stuff and residual and everything like that. And we no longer have any weak wood. It's been sealed, sanded and sealed, and then like painted, you know. This is definitely a hell of a lot better than what it was. And got all the first lights set in place. Now all I gotta do is just staple this down and then do the other set. And this baby is done. LED'd and ready to go into the machine. Shit. Blasphemy. There we go. Man, that was a close one. Alright, so fully LED'd, repainted. The other side looks a hell of a lot better than what it did. Let's put her in the machine. And here we have back box. Light panel is in place. And all I need to do now is get this cleaned up and set the sucker in there, and we should have a complete back box. And there we go, guys. Back box is officially done. All right. Now that the back box is done, it's time to make this thing look sexy as well. Hopefully. I don't know, we'll see. We gotta get her all cleaned out first. All decals are on. Yay! Let's get this thing up on its legs now. First off, I need to put the leg armor and the other stuff on here. That's on other videos. Alright, Swords of Fury is now on all 4 legs. He stands again. We have got the heavy duty leg bracket holders right there for your cabinet. So those are right there. I put them on all my machines now, as well as the metal spacing in between the cabinet and the leg. On all 4. Now it's time to start putting the remainder hardware inside this cabinet.